What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So since I can remember as a child, one of my main life goals or ambitions was to become a millionaire. So in today's video we're going to try to turn this dream into reality with a 5-year plan to try to become a millionaire by November 2026. So if that interests you, be sure to stick around and let's get straight into my 5-year plan to become a millionaire. Now, of course, I'm under no illusions this will be a huge ask, obviously, because if it's that easy, everyone would be millionaires, but I really am going to give it a go over the next 5 years, and throughout this video, we're going to kind of go through my process briefly today, and we kind of give monthly updates on how I'm going on this goal. We'll kind of track it in percentage-wise, so each month we'll go through each of my investments or other business ideas, and we'll see how much towards the overall goal we are, so that will keep it interesting. We'll probably do it at the start of every month. Now again, as I said, I'm under no illusions here. Even for example, we still have a lot of outgoing expenses over the next few months, including the wedding, as you can see on screen here, the new house that's being built as well, the honeymoon stag, and a second car. So obviously I won't be able to put all of my wages or salary into this plan, but hopefully the compounding effect over the months and years to come will hopefully get us to the overall goal or dream of having €1 million. Now I just want to note as well that this won't be €1 million in cash. This will be my overall net worth, so it'll be everything from real estate to stocks, ETFs, crypto and other business etc, which we'll discuss in today's video. But kind of there's three main reasons why I wanted to start this series. The first of these is to hold myself accountable. Obviously this will try to keep me on track, which is point 2 here, to stay on track as well. Throughout these weekly, monthly and yearly videos, we'll be able to track my progress, all the ups and downs of course. It'll probably be a bit of a roller coaster along the way, and we will need a lot of luck on our side to get to the 1 million in 5 years. Now again, that's probably about 200,000 or so a year, which seems completely unrealistic in comparison to, let's say, your weekly or yearly salary. But again, the compounding effect and the kind of ripple effect this will have on the kind of over the next few years will hopefully get us there in time. So I'm really looking forward to tracking that. And the third point is probably the most important here, and that's to try to inspire you as well along the way that this hopefully is possible. And even if we don't make the 1 million in the 5 years, we'll certainly get a large way there as well, which will definitely be of huge benefit, and we'll certainly make large profits if we stick to the process and plan through the ups and downs of this process. So let's get straight into the video now and kind of go through my plan or process for this 5-year plan on becoming a millionaire by November 2026. Now certainly one of the main challenges I can see from the get-go here is that you need to be realistic and kind of live as well. Now obviously there's a lot more important things than money in life, such as friends and family and making memories etc, so you can't really disregard those either. So it's going to be a fine balance throughout this journey. Now one of the other main reasons I wanted to start this journey as well is because you will never become a millionaire from your normal 9-to-5 job. You need to make the passive income or money you've made from your job as well work for you throughout the years. That's the only way you will ever have a chance of becoming a millionaire, especially with your normal 9-to-5 job. If you have the likes of a mortgage, kids, car repairs, tax, etc, it'll slowly wear it down as well. So you really need to start making your capital or extra capital on the sideline working for you, and that's the only way I believe is possible. So the first kind of aspect here, or first part of the plan, will be in real estate. Now obviously, as I said in prior videos, we just bought a brand new build which will be built probably in March or April of next year. Now obviously I'm not going to cheat either and say, oh, we can use the complete overall value of the house and put that into the overall €1 million plan here. I won't be doing that. However, I will be using the money, because this will be part of my net worth as well. I will be using how much we actually put in ourselves, and obviously as well over the months that go by, mortgage repayments, I will start adding that onto my overall total as well towards a 1 million goal. For example, if a house was worth, let's say €10, then I won't be saying I have €10 net worth straight away. We'll probably only say we have €1, and then we'll start adding that mortgage repayments of, let's say, 50 cents every month or so onto that as well. So obviously they're just kind of unrealistic numbers there, but it's just kind of how we're going to actually plan this going forward. So certainly the first part of my net worth will be, and probably most people's main net worth, will be the real estate or home. Now it's no surprise that the second part of my 5-year plan will be in stocks. Now as mentioned in prior videos, we're going to be splitting this into dividends and growth stocks. Obviously we're getting capital gains from the growth stocks and dividend payments and capital gains from our dividend stocks as well, which hopefully over the 5 years will give us a bit of a snowball effect and ripple effect along the way, which will hopefully get us towards our 1 million target. Now obviously we won't have 1 million in stocks, however this will play an integral part as well along the way, Now, as mentioned in prior videos as well, if we do want to have large amounts of capital invested in stocks, both dividend and growth, we will probably need a few different brokers. Now, as mentioned as well in my prior videos, I do want to invest in an ETF as well, which we'll discuss in a few seconds. But for the purpose of this video, stocks, I'm going to start off on trading 212, and we're going to have two separate pies or two separate categories, one being growth and one being dividends. Now, I'm currently in the process of picking these stocks, which we'll probably have a video at the end of this week or the start of next week on what stocks we're starting off with here. Now, one of the main reasons I like trading 212 is you can buy fractional shares. So as we did in my prior portfolio where we had about 11 or 12,000 euro, I made about 2 or 3,000 euro in profit, which we sold a few months back at this stage, but to put towards my house that we bought. I did kind of use that in terms of dollar cost averaging, so I just waited. Patience was key here as we built up a cash reserve, and when the main kind of overall blue chip stocks fell in value, we just bought more to kind of get our overall average cost down. Now, it's quite simplistic, it sounds, but it's actually very effective long term. So that's kind of going to be my plan here. Now, kind of off the kind of top of my head as well, we'll probably have about 10 to 15 growth stocks and maybe 10 to 20 dividend stocks as well. Now, I do want to spread out the risk here. That's why I want to have about 10 to 20 of each, mainly because I want to diversify across different sectors, because different sectors react differently to different market conditions. Now, as mentioned as well a few seconds back, I do want to invest in an ETF as well, and that will kind of be the third part of this 5-year plan as well. And I will only be investing in the S&P 500, and we're going to use DeGiro, my other discount broker here as well, to solely invest in the ETF. Now, on DeGiro, you cannot buy fractional shares at this moment in time. However, because the ETF is fairly cheap in value, I'll just be buying these in full shares at each time, and I'll probably buy even if the market is going up and down, because I'll just be buying this in the long term. Now, again, there won't be much of a difference in overall value here in terms of ups and downs in the S&P 500. However, it is a fairly safe play, and you probably get about on average 10% a year here as well. Now, I won't be putting a whole lot of capital here because, as you can imagine, we do need to be a small bit bullish if we do want to get to the 1 million mark within 5 years. So we can't play it too safe. But certainly, I'm going to be buying the S&P 500 as my main ETF on DeGiro, and that will help spread out my overall capital as well across two different brokers. So, kind of in summary here, we'll be using DeGiro for my ETF, and we'll be using Trading 212 for both my dividend and growth stocks. Now, the fourth part of this plan will be in crypto. Now, we're only going to discuss this very briefly because I have mentioned this in the last few videos as well, but we're solely going to use Coinbase here. Now, I did sign up for Coinbase about 2 or 3 days ago at this stage, so I'm kind of all set up there and ready to go. And we're only going to kind of focus on the main overall crypto coins here, probably the main one obviously being Bitcoin. I don't really plan on buying a lot of the smaller coins, although we might put a very small amount of my overall capital into maybe 1 or 2 of the more speculative ones as well. But again, my main overall purpose here will be to invest in Bitcoin, and just like stocks, I will be only drip feeding in funds here and buying the dip, so to speak. So again, that's going to be a very small fraction of my overall capital, because in all honesty, I know a hell of a lot more about stocks and ETFs than I do about crypto at this moment in time. But again, along this journey, I'm really looking forward to learning a lot more about crypto. And the final 2 streams of income that we're hoping to get to the 5-year plan of 1 million euro will be, first of all, YouTube. Now, you know I'm fully transparent here, and so we can actually make money from ad revenue, etc. from YouTube, which we'll document as well along the way. Now, it's probably not a lot of money, and obviously that's not the main reason why I make YouTube videos. I do it because I enjoy it, but it's certainly one of the perks of making videos. Now, again, as mentioned, this is very little capital, but again, it will add up, and all these kind of small amounts of capital will add up to the overall goal, hopefully within the 5 years. And kind of the 6th form of income as well would be one we haven't really discussed yet, and we're kind of still in the pipelines. So over the next few weeks, that will be kicking off, and it's kind of more brick and mortar style kind of investing. So that won't be online, obviously, but we'll certainly be able to keep track of that as well. And hopefully, as I said, in the coming weeks, once I know a bit more, we'll be able to discuss that in a lot more detail. We're going to track this progress on this Excel over the next 5 years. Now, I know 5 years seems a long time, but it's actually quite surprising how fast that will go by. So again, we're starting off here with 7 streams of income. Now, if you ask any millionaire, or if you look on YouTube, literally most millionaires have about 10 to 15 different streams of income, if not more. So hopefully over the coming months and years as well, we'll start adding more income streams. And even if we're getting small amounts from each of these, the overall amount will start adding up, and the compound effect as well over time will certainly start making effect. Now, as you can see, there's 7 here at the moment: real estate, growth stocks, dividend stocks, ETFs, crypto, YouTube, and other business. Again, we'll discuss that further in detail once I know a bit more here. And we can have on the right here, your net worth is currently at 0. Now obviously it's not 0, but for the purpose of this series, we'll start at 0. And the goal is €1 million in the next 5 years, which seems a long way away. Then we're going to track this in percentage form as well. And over the coming weeks and months, we'll start building out this spreadsheet to make it a lot more detailed, because at the moment it's quite simplistic and it's just kind of just getting started for this series. So that's pretty much the end of today's video. I just wanted to make this kind of first video of this new series of becoming a millionaire with my 5-year plan. Now obviously this could easily go completely wrong and we might fail, but I'm really looking forward to giving it the best shot I can. And hopefully in the next 5 years, we look back on this first video and realize that all the hard work and the ups and downs were worth it. So thanks very much. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one.